Hi there, I wanted to do a video to explain why I've been quiet, very quiet on social media the last 6 months, and no post is ever going to get across what's been going on and how I managed the last 6 months really. So the inquest is completed of my brother, and as many of you will know, he died 3.5 years ago, and it took 3.5 years to get it to inquest, and the process is not pretty, and it's really, really hard. And I wanted to work behind the scenes to change what I needed to change. It wasn't kind of a petition or a hashtag or a tweet that was going to change what went wrong with William's monitoring, which unfortunately I believe led to his death. So the coroner found that literally the day before the end of the inquest, the pathologist changed their view of his case. I had said from the very beginning, after having the horrendous situation of having to read his autopsy, that his heart was double the size, which was noted on the autopsy, but it wasn't analysed at all, and it was felt that the toxicity of his prescription medication, clozapine and fluoxetine, with a small amount of amphetamine that he'd taken himself, combined to huge toxicity to essentially give him a massive heart attack. I had real concerns that there were underlying heart faults. One of the black box warnings for clozapine, the antipsychotic he was on, is myocarditis, where it's cardiotoxic, it damages the heart. So the day before the end of the inquest, which was the most horrendous week of my life in Exeter, a couple of weeks ago, she said William had myocarditis. And she would not say whether that was because of clozapine, but it is a side effect of clozapine. So we can take what we wish from that. So he had a damaged heart, and he was taking cardiotoxic drugs, and the combination, unfortunately, was lethal. And so that is why he collapsed and died on the 13th of July, 2021. So I now have some peace. I now have a set of really amazing codes of change for Devon Partnership Trust. I do know after William died, all their clozapine patients were checked and given health checks, and it was found that William had not had any physical checks for 2 years. So I, as some of you may know, went to the MHRA, the regulator, last year, and after a lot of publicity and fighting and putting my case on the fatality rates of clozapine on the yellow card scheme, they agreed to do a safety review, which is happening at the moment. What the inquest has shown me is I know what I have to do, and that is there has to be mandatory physical monitoring on clozapine patients. At the moment, it's clinician discretion, and as we saw in William's case, this was not enough. If the psychiatrist, when he saw William in August 2020, which was the last time he saw him, but he didn't see him, he did an over-the-phone health check, William may have been seen and further tests may have been given to show he had this heart damage. So I would like to go to the MHRA and say there needs to be mandatory testing annually for clozapine patients. An ECG could have saved William's life. So that is very hard to deal with. However, I know I will change it. I know I am changing it. And I'm really delighted to announce WIM's protocol. I've been working the past year with the Royal College of Psychiatrists, and WIM's protocol will be launched this year. So I'll be telling you a lot more about that, and that will be a protocol which we hope becomes embedded in the NHS for psychiatrists and support staff to look for red flag side effects, to look for cardiac toxicity in patients, and will save lives. And that really is the legacy that I can give my brother. And so that's what I'll be doing. And I myself am just coming back to the real world, really, and dealing with the trauma of an inquest, as not many people have gone through it, but it is a terrible, terrible process. It was also really important to me and very significant that we managed to get Viatris as interested person. So they had to attend the whole inquest for William. And for me, that was important that they saw what needs to be done and what can happen with failures to monitor. So all in all, I feel I've done everything I can for Wim. Post-death, you know, it's obviously devastating. I couldn't change anything in life. But Wim has a legacy. Wim is saving lives now. There's new Clozapine clinics that have been set up in Devon after he died. So I know that he's helped his peers, and obviously I want that to continue with Wim's protocol. So hopefully now I'll be posting a bit more and coming back to sort of the real world a bit more. So yeah, sorry for being MIA and sorry for not responding to messages, but it was a time that I just needed to dig in and do it on my own. So but I'm here, I'm happy, I'm fine. So take care, and I'll be popping up again soon.